The National Funeral Practitioners Association of South Africa says that they are experiencing an unprecedented amount of COVID-19 related deaths among undertakers and burial staff. The association says that since the second wave of the coronavirus infection started in 2020, they've lost at least 4 or 5 undertakers every week to the deadly virus. Muzi Hlengwa is the president of the National Funeral Association of South Africa, and he says that the industry is facing a major crisis. Now, last week, reports also emerged of funeral homes struggling to keep up with the demand for coffins, as well as a lack of space at mortuaries due to the pandemic. Muzi joins us now to talk more about this. Thanks for your time. Welcome to Morning Live, Muzi.
Good morning to the viewers at home.
Muzi, let's just start with some statistics. Do you have any official statistics about the exact number of employees and employers working in the funeral industry that have succumbed to COVID-19?
Of the number of funeral undertakers who have died. But I have the number of undertakers who have died in our association alone. We have been burying almost 5 a week. In the past 3 weeks, we have lost more than 20 funeral directors. As I'm speaking to you now, this week, we have 2 who have passed on. That will be laid to rest. One is being buried tomorrow, and the other one is being buried on the weekend.
So you have, as the National Funeral Association of South Africa, asked for government to intervene. What sort of intervention would you like to see from government?
First, we wanted the government to give us an ear. There hasn't been any form of consultation between ourselves and the government during the second wave. In fact, we were not even prepared. The second wave caught us unprepared. Hence, we ended up running out of coffins, being overwhelmed at our storage facilities. We ran out of burial space. There was not enough crematoriums. So should we had meeting sessions with our government, we were going to be able to plan better for this period. However, having said that, we have tried as an industry to make sure that our people are buried with dignity and as soon as much as possible.
Now, Muzi, your statement also mentions that government is not prepared for the pandemic, and you say this is evident every time you want to walk into a healthcare facility. Explain to us what you mean by that.
Indeed, they're not prepared. We as South Africans, we are able to foresee things that are coming in the future, but we never really plan properly for them or plan at all. It is evident when you go to hospitals and remove bodies, particularly COVID bodies, you'll find that the government employees are not on PPEs, but we as undertakers are on full PPEs. The people that are making laws are the ones that are breaking laws. You go to Home Affairs, you'll find that most Home Affairs are closed, or if they are not closed, they are understaffed. There are long queues there. The government should have at least anticipated the bulk of death registration that they were going to receive. Having told them that we have already we are already getting too much of bodies, they should have known that the public will come to register death, and then they should have increased their number of employees at work.
Muzi, can you give us a sense of exactly how dire the situation is on your end now as undertakers? You say there is a shortage of burial space. You say you have a shortage of mortuary space as well, and a shortage of coffins. I believe we just lost Muzi there. So our apologies. We'll try and get him back, of course. Just trying to glean from the side of undertakers exactly what they are dealing with right now. And speaking to Muzi Hlengwa, and he, of course, is the president of the National Funeral Association of South Africa, and he says that government, for example, isn't prepared, and you see this when you walk into the healthcare facilities. You see this every time you try to deal with government officials regarding measures to deal with in this pandemic. But we do apologize for the network problems today. Not sure if it's related to the weather or not, but we are seemingly having some connectivity issues, so do bear with us. We're going to take a break, and of course we will continue with Muzi, even if it is into the third hour of the show, but we'll try and get him back. Let's take a quick break.